former New Mexico Lobo. It's Jarrell Presley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Garrett. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now here's Lauletta. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now let's go.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Lauletta. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Zadarius Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game?
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. So Zadarius Smith bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Good defense.
Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Coming off play action, Lauletta. And that one got tipped.
Come the fuck on. Go. Y'all got to throw over these niggas, man.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's on just shy of the 40. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Smith now on second down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete.
Oh, my God. Let's go, yo.
10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw on second down is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion.
Come on, y'all, we got to hold.
Third and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well
Come on, we got to
executed.
hold.
But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end
Come on,
zone.
y'all.
Touchdown,
Ridiculous.
Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, let it now to throw it. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite.
Come on, Beckham. Killing me, dog.
Pops out, incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Lawletta. Flushed out right. And avoids
Love you, babe.
contact by sliding.
We're going to have to work. Let me know where you make it.
Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go now.
Lawletta from the 50. It's caught. Shepard. Good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Oh, that was dangerous.
How the fuck is he getting up there? I don't understand.
But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense
That don't make no sense to me.
early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Lawletta again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball batted in the air. And
Bro, that's some bullshit right there, bro. What the fuck?
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the difference.
Come on, y'all.
When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Smith looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
What in the fucking world is going on, yo?
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Lauletta. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45.
Yo, he was gone.
A gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Loletta to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So Darius Smith in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete.
Stop fucking playing with me, dog. I don't understand how the fuck he caught that ball.
It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see the offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that we got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard to the 32.
You know, it's not my night. It hasn't been a bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Loletta. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going for it. It's Loletta.
Come on, fucking Shepard. God dang.
They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run. It's Presley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and get it with Geis.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He'll have a first down inside the 10. They're able to convert.
Like, seriously, yo.
Sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. To throw on second down. Smith. Dancing to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Loletta on first down. And it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Loletta looking to throw on second down.
Hold the fucking ball, nigga. It's a possession catch.
We have not
Damn.
seen a lot of wide wide open receivers, everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Back now here at MetLife Stadium as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That is first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta dumps that off to Penny as running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
It's Lauletta off play action. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory.
I'll tell you, that's that whole shit right there.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit.
Boy, I literally got nowhere to throw this fucking ball.
Down.
Like, seriously.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get
he didn't even put his hands up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Presley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They'll run again with Presley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the run, this is Presley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble.
Like, damn.
I know there's no magnet.
Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
After such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost.
Nigga, hit the fucking hole. Barkley, damn.
These runs, but bottom line is, he takes care of the ball.
The fuck are you doing?
So they'll keep handing it to him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on.
Yo, see, that's that bullshit, bro. There's no fucking way.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The fucking ball came
Taking
back,
it about
bro.
the 36. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Fights through and now a crease. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7.
This motherfucker Vernon better fucking do what he's supposed to do. Get your fat ass through the fucking block, bro.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a carry here for Presley, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing now, Smith. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.